Hello everyone, this is Mystic Goddess with your general reading. So today we're going to see who's coming toward you when it comes to love. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign, so feel free to switch the energies around as needed. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. Give me messages please, Holy Spirit. For everyone that watches this reading, who is coming toward my viewers when it comes to love? Who is coming toward my viewers when it comes to love? 2 more shuffles. All right, so let's see what comes out here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords. So it's someone who's going to be pursuing you aggressively. It's also giving energy of this person being fixated on you for some reason. They could come toward you with a daring approach, or if you were to accept communication from them, they're going to say something that you deem is really direct or assertive. For a few of you, this person feels like they have to do something right away. With the 8 of Swords being here, they're in their head. But it's also coming out like they could want to trap you. So it's going to be really important for you to use boundaries when this person comes in. We have the 8 of Swords and we also have the Knight of Swords holding a sword. That is the 9 of Swords. So it's someone who has been stressing over you. But also you could feel as though this person has been a nightmare to deal with. It's coming out like they think about you a lot at night. When they do come in, some of you may be a bit surprised by their approach, or they could just come in at a time when you're least expecting it. For a few of you, this person is feeling a bit helpless as of now. They could feel like they're not able to get through to you anymore, or they could feel as though you don't want to hear anything that they have to say. With the Tower card being here, this person could be a bit chaotic, especially mentally. They seem to be all over the place. At the top of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So they're going to come toward you in a really bold manner. For a few of you, if you were to let them know that you no longer want to be with them, you could see this person's temper. Okay, they could lash out at you through words. But yeah, it's also letting me know that you guys went through a lot of trauma with this person. So it's coming out like it's someone that you have already connected with, but the relationship could have been chaotic between the two of you. They feel like you're ruining everything, especially if you have decided to set strong boundaries and you're sticking to them. It's giving energy of this person being like, man, if Mystic Goddess's viewer would just do as I say, or if they would just go with the flow of things, everything would be okay. But they're setting boundaries. They're not letting me in easily. They're not as easily accessible. So they're just messing everything. They're destroying the connection. So they could be projecting onto you. And see, that's a lot of audacity. I feel like they played a huge role in pushing you away, or the way that they've treated you actually acted as a catalyst for you to make some changes within yourself. You know that you deserve better. Yeah, I feel like their recklessness played a huge role in the disconnect between the two of you. It's almost like the relationship was going nowhere fast. They may not always think before they speak. They could come off like they're perfect or like they don't do anything wrong. it's also coming out like they kind of want to cut you down to size a little bit. And what I mean by that is, if you were to choose to accept communication from this person, they could start throwing certain things up in your face in regards to where you have went wrong in the connection. Almost like they're going to come toward you in the energy of, well, you're not perfect. You're not perfect either. You did this, that, and the other. It's giving that type of energy. Also, this person may not have been as expressive toward you as of recently. Okay? It's coming out like they've been holding back when it comes to communication. Also, they just want to keep you from getting away. At the top of the deck, we have the Sun card. So when they do come in, they are going to be expressing some things. You're going to be getting the truth in regards to where this person's mind is really at. Some of you could even think they're a little bit crazy. They're also coming toward you because they feel as though their happiness lies with you. All right. We also have the Knight of Cups here. So overall, they view you as wish fulfillment. But the crazy thing is they don't handle you in that manner. It's coming out like this person has a really reckless mouth. Or they can be cruel with their words. I just keep hearing smart mouth, smart mouth. For some of you, there's something that they want you to recognize about them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they let you know about something they've accomplished, or if they try to make it seem as though they're content with where their life is at the moment, or like they've gained some type of success. Okay. So yeah, this person's going to be coming in fixated on getting you to view them in a certain way, or getting you to think a certain way. They want to make it hard for you to leave. And if you've already distanced yourself from this person, they're going to come in playing victim, trying to get you to second guess your decision. But just know that if you did decide to move away from this person, or if you decided to take a step back, you did the right thing. You definitely did the right thing. Give me more. It's almost like they want you to doubt yourself. They want you to be paralyzed by your thoughts. They want you to be in your head. All right, we have the Chariot card. So it's someone who may have tried to move on from you at some point in time. With the Page of Pentacles being here, they could tell you that they want you to come and see them, or they could tell you that they want to come and see you. Also, for a few of you, when they do reach out, they could be in a car, or they could talk to you about some type of trip that they're going to take, or they could talk to you about travel. For a few of you, they're going to be reaching out with communication because they feel as though you're getting too comfortable with the distance. With the Moon card being here, their strategy is to approach you with some emotion, but they're not going to give you everything. It's coming out like their energy is really complex. I feel like they send you a lot of mixed signals. Some of you may have second guessed where you stood with this person. With the Nine of Swords being here, they're fearful and they're anxious. For some of you, you may have told this person that you were going to end up moving on from them, or you could have told them that they were going to end up losing you. It's coming out like they're going to try their best to come toward you using self-control. So initially, they're going to be careful in regards to what they say. But if they feel like things are not going in their favor, that's when they could flip and you could see another side to this person. Some of you are definitely going to see their temper. They're confused at the moment. They're either confused or they're in their head because they think that you're hiding some type of secret from them. Also, they could be a bit uncertain because you're not as expressive when it comes to how you feel. And see, they're used to you expressing your feelings. They're used to you expressing what's on your mind. But some of you have taken a step back when it comes to that. Okay, you used to be really quick to express yourself, and now you're a lot more strategic. You may not share as much with this person when it comes to what you're thinking and when it comes to how you're feeling. So yeah, they're full of anxiety. They can feel as though their time is running out, or this person feels like something happened at the wrong time. For some of you, they're worried about a secret coming out. They're not doing the best mentally nor emotionally, but they're really good when it comes to hiding how they feel. They hide how they feel. They hide what they're thinking, but it eats them up. Yeah, it eats them up. They could also be hiding the real reason why they're stressed out. So if they were to come to you, I feel like at first they're going to make it seem as though they've been focused on a particular thing. They're going to come toward you in the energy of making it seem as though they're trying to achieve something, or like they have achieved something. But if you were to continue conversing with them, eventually they will reveal something that they've been going through. But they're not going to give you the full extent of it. There's going to be some type of illusion surrounding it. Okay? Whatever it is, it's a bit complex. It's a bit complex. So they may tell you that they're stressed out. And if they tell you that, it's the truth. But they could manipulate when it comes to what they're truly stressed out about. Give me more. Who is coming toward my viewers when it comes to love? For some of you, they're upset because you're isolating yourself. All right, we have the Queen of Wands crossing, and we also have the Three of Wands crossing. And if you notice, the Three of Wands fell out on top of the Page of Pentacles. So like I said before, they're going to be really strategic with the things that they say to you. They're going to make it seem as though they have some type of goal that they want to accomplish, like they've made some type of plans for their life. They may make it seem as though they're ambitious about something, but it's not what it seems. Now, they could very well be trying to accomplish something, but there's a lack of progress when it comes to whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish. There's a lot of obstacles in the way. There are delays. So they could be a bit frustrated because they feel like things are not working out the way that they want them to. There's also something that is limiting this person to an extent. I feel like it's their attitude, to be honest. They come off like they're confident, sure of themselves. They come off as though they are someone with high self-esteem, but they're really not. Also, there could have been a point in time when this person tried to bully you in some way, or they can be a little bit mean when they're not feeling the best about themselves. They could be worried about their looks going downhill, or they could be worried about aging. For a few of you, if there has been a disconnect or if there has been a breakup, I do feel like there is someone else that has been in the picture, but it feels forced. It could have been someone they started to engage with to try and make you jealous, or as an ego boost for themselves, but it's not turning out the way that they want it to. Now, that message is specific, so please don't force it to fit. If you know for sure this person has not been entertaining anyone else, let what I said fly. Don't let this person hold you up. It's coming out like misery loves company. They feel like their life is not going anywhere. They're not growing the way that they want to. So it's kind of coming out like they're a Debbie Downer. They also want to slow down your momentum. So if you've been focused on accomplishing something, this person could be coming in to try and distract you. At the top of the deck, we have the Hierophant card. So it's someone you were in a relationship with, or it's someone who has a hard time when it comes to being in a traditional relationship. I feel like they worry too much about what other people think. For a few of you, this person could be trying to strengthen their connection with the divine, or there's something that they're educating themselves about when it comes to their belief system or when it comes to religion. Now, for others of you, I just feel like this person doesn't like to be conventional, or they like to set themselves apart from the crowd. Okay, so they make up their own rules as they go along. They don't always follow the rules. Also, they could come in talking about marriage, or they could offer you a commitment. There's someone who's giving them advice in regards to you. Give me more. Who is coming toward my viewers? Thank you. We have the Page of Wands, and it came out in reverse. So they don't really know what to say to you, or they don't know how to approach you. It's also coming out like this person is a bit of a brat, like a man baby or a woman baby. Some of you have grown bored with the connection. This could also be someone that you got involved with, and the relationship took off really fast, or the two of you moved way too fast. They could have made you a lot of false promises, or this is someone who portrayed themselves to be one way when they really were not. Almost like they're not the person they told you they were. It's coming out like they made it seem as though they wanted to settle down, or they made themselves appear wiser than they really are. That's going to be different for all of you. With the Ace of Pentacles being here, they definitely want a new beginning. They're wanting a new opportunity with you, but they're either not speaking up, or they're going about doing it in the wrong way. So yeah, someone is wanting a new beginning, wanting a fresh new start, but they're more in their head about it than anything. And I feel like they're mainly in their head because they have the bigger picture in front of them. Okay, they're looking at the bigger picture, but they're getting lost in the little details, or they're not paying attention to how to get to the bigger picture. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's like they know that they want to settle down one day. They know that they want to be in a conventional relationship one day. But at the same time, they're not really ready to do what it takes in order to be in a committed relationship. So they're more in love with the thought of being in love than taking the action to have a healthy, loving connection. This is someone who's a little bit lost. They're aware that there are sacrifices that they're needing to make, but there's something that they're holding on to that's keeping them stagnant. Now, what they're holding on to could be different for all of you. For some of you, this person is holding on to a lot of past baggage. It could even be people who are only making their life difficult. They also think that you view them as a burden, or someone who stresses them out, someone who stresses you out. Also, don't allow them to come in and change your perspective or your perception of your experience in the relationship. Some of you have been dealing with this person or connecting with them off and on due to feeling obligated. Yeah, some of you held on way longer than you would have with anyone else. And for some of you, deep down, it was either out of obligation, or it was because you would allow this person to come in changing your perspective. Now, for others of you, it could be, even though it seemed as though the relationship was going nowhere, it's like you were kind of holding on to the potential of where things could go or who this person could become. But yeah, they are wanting a new beginning, but there's something that they need to free themselves from. It could even be that they need to change their perspective in regards to things. Okay, they're not the most positive individual. I also feel like there are times when this person becomes stressed out because they burn themselves out mentally. Even though they're not the most expressive individual, they are always in their head. And insecurity causes them to second guess themselves a lot. Give me more. That was quick. All right, so we have the World card and it came out in reverse. And if you notice, it fell out on top of the Chariot card. So they feel a lack of closure when it comes to you. But there's also an overall sense of emptiness when it comes to them. They feel like they're not where they want to be in life. They have not achieved certain things. They just feel incomplete. Also, this is someone who, this is going to sound so crazy, but I see it, so I'm going to say it. And it's very specific, so please don't force it to fit. For maybe one or two of you, this is someone who's not well traveled. Okay, for example, they may not have even left their home state. Okay, like they're not well traveled. They may have never went on vacation before, or if they are the type to travel, they don't travel far distances. Okay, they may have even only traveled to states close by. But like I said, that's not for everyone, so please don't force it to fit. For others of you, there's another specific message here about this person being unhappy with a vehicle. I don't know if they think that they don't have a good car, or they're having issues with a car, or something along those lines. Now, they also feel a lack of closure because they know that they did not tap into their willpower, or they were not as self-disciplined as they could have been in the connection. This is someone who was not completely focused on you. Also, they need to pay closer attention to the road if they drive. They get distracted easily. I don't know if this person is on social media while they're driving, if they tend to text and drive, if they tend to talk on the phone and drive, or something like that, but they need to start watching the road. That's also specific, so please don't force it to fit. But yeah, for some of you, if things did end between the two of you, or if there's been a disconnect, they're having that lack of closure because they feel like things didn't really end on their terms. Even if they did walk away from you, even if they walked away from you, they still feel a lack of closure and they feel empty. Because deep down, they want to take the relationship in a new direction, but they may have let their ego get in the way. With the Four of Cups being here, this is someone who may have made you feel ignored at some point, or they may have made it seem as though they were disconnecting from you, like they weren't paying you any attention, when in reality, this is someone who has not gotten over you. With the World card being in reverse, they want a new beginning. But some of you may feel like whatever they have to offer just isn't enough. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You have to have standards. I feel like it's always the same cycle with this person. Okay? They don't know how to lead in a relationship. If they're the masculine, regardless of whether the person is a male or female, if they have masculine energy, they lack direction. Therefore, they're unable to lead you because they don't know where they're going. They don't know where they're going. Yeah. And if this person has feminine energy, whether they're a male or a female, I feel like they cannot take direction, or they don't take direction well, meaning you would not be able to lead them if you are the masculine energy, especially if any of you are, if you are religious, if you are the type that is traditional from a biblical standpoint. I just feel like this is someone who either does not know how to lead, or they don't know how to take direction. They don't know how to be led. And I feel like they want to, but they just don't want to let go of certain sacrifices. There are also certain things that they're holding on to because they feel obligated. Someone's putting this person under a lot of pressure, or they're feeling burdened by a certain situation. I don't know if it has to do with a home situation, or if they have a lot of children, if they have a lot of bills, a lot of responsibilities. There's something where this person is just burnt out. So yeah, at some point they came off indifferent. Okay, this is someone who may have made you feel like you were not making a difference. They may have made you feel like nothing that you did was enough. But see, in reality, it was just projection, because they're actually discontent with themselves. At the top of the deck, we have the Magician card. That's my full package card. So they do feel as though you are the full package. They do still desire you. I also feel like they're trying to manifest something, okay? With the Empress card being here, for some of you, they could try and manifest a child with you, or this is someone who's wanting you to look at them like they're a divine masculine or a divine feminine, even if they do not know the term divine feminine or divine masculine, if they're not familiar with it. They just want you to look at them as someone who is the full package. Okay. The Magician and the Empress card. Remember what I was telling you guys before about this person being in the energy of, well, you're not perfect. You think you're so perfect. You did this, that, and the other wrong. Like them trying to cut you down to size a little bit. Deep down, this person feels like you're too good for them. With the Magician and the Empress, you're more than the full package. I truly feel like you are the best man or the best woman that this person has ever had the privilege to connect with. Because there's something that you offer that they feel they cannot get anywhere else. Now, for some of you, they feel like you're really good with your children, or you're really good with their children. They could feel like you're good with children in general. Or when you fix up, whenever you're applying makeup, or whenever you dress up, whenever you get your hair cut, whenever you get your hair done, it'll be different for all of you, but they feel like, how can I put this? They feel like you're just really handsome or really beautiful. Okay. They also admire your ability to create And they admire you because you are fertile. Now, I don't mean fertile as far as like having children. I mean, when you plant seeds, they grow. Okay? Like you're able to follow through. You're able to accomplish whatever it is that you desire. You have that willpower. You have that drive. You're able to nurture whatever it is that you're trying to create. And it always ends up becoming something abundant, something beautiful. Wow. That's beautiful energy right there. The way they truly view you. They see you as someone who's highly desirable. For some of you, it's because of the way that you look. But for others of you, it's because of what you have to offer. Could be both. There's just something that you give in abundance. Something that you give in abundance that this person views as resourceful. Okay? You're a very strong ally. You make a very strong partner. If you were ever married to this person, they feel like you are a good wife or husband, even if they have told you otherwise. Now, if you were never married to them, they just feel like you would make the perfect spouse. You would make the perfect wife, the perfect husband. But see, that also makes them insecure because whatever you have to offer, they feel like they're unable to match it. Wow. And you have the ability to heal. Some of you are really strong manifestors. Okay? They feel like you're aging like fine wine. Like you're just looking better and getting better, doing better with time. So yeah, there's someone who's going to come in out of nowhere. They're either going to be really assertive or they're going to be very direct. Now, also, if you do decide to communicate with this person, you may notice that they're a bit impatient. They're a bit impatient. They're feeling restricted or a bit powerless at the moment. They also seem to be a bit conflicted mentally. They want you to view them as someone who's ambitious, someone who is consistent or dependable. But at the same time, with the Page of Pentacles being here, their lack of self-control or their lack of self-discipline causes them to not always follow through. It's like they have a good talk game, but they're just kind of poor when it comes to delivering. I wouldn't be surprised if this person starts talking about things that they want to accomplish, or maybe they've done that before in the past. They could be a bit of a dreamer, but they don't really put in the footwork to make those dreams become reality. And see, that's where the two of you mismatch, because I feel like when you put your mind to something, you achieve it. And you achieve it through self-discipline, self-control, determination, and willpower. And this person is the complete opposite. I feel like they doubt themselves a lot. Yeah. So someone who has either been ignoring you or someone who comes off as though they're indifferent is going to be coming in because they're lacking closure and they feel like something is missing in their life. For most of you, you are what they feel is missing. Okay? They seem to be going through a lot of delays. They may also be a bit insecure about their looks. If you know that they went towards someone else, it's not working out the way that they wanted it to. And I feel like that person frustrates them. For a few of you, this person could come in being a little bit demanding, or if you're a bit resistant to hearing them out, if you're resistant to seeing things their way, if you limit access, if you restrict them in any way, they could lose their temper a little bit. For some of you, this person could be considered a bully, or they got bullied a lot. So yeah, they want to have a new beginning with you. They are wanting to have a fresh new start. The Ace of Pentacles is my blessing card. So overall, they know that you're a blessing, and they know that you're the type of man or the type of woman who just doesn't come a dime a dozen. There's something really, really powerful and beautiful about the type of energy that you embody. It's just something that this person doesn't, I don't want to say they don't resonate with it, but they've just never met anyone like you before. And so they struggle with matching that energy. And a lot of that has to do with fear of failure, overthinking things, overanalyzing, and just having a negative perspective when it comes to themselves and also when it comes to others. Okay? But yeah, they're hoping that things can flow in a different direction between the two of you. But they need to understand that it's going to take sacrifice. This is someone who really expects you to just wait around for them. Yeah. They expect you to wait around while they're lost. They expect you to wait around until they find their way. That's what I'm trying to say. So if there has been a lack of communication between you and this person, I do see them coming in. All right. But you're going to notice that they're a little bit impatient. They could talk to you about being tired, or they could talk to you about something that they've been stressing out about. Okay. But I also feel like they're going to talk to you about something that they're trying to accomplish, or there could be something new that they're trying. But I just see a lot of delays with it. I see them being met with a lot of obstacles. Okay. But yeah, overall, this person knows that you're a blessing. And what bothers them the most is because they know that at one point they had full access to your heart. They had your heart in their hands, and they were reckless with it. They were reckless. So that's what eats them up the most. All right, and so that is the reading, everyone. If you guys resonated with this, or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time. Bye.